Salam alaikum. Alaikum Pakwenda and Sala. I hope you guys are having a great day. 42 degrees up in the city of brotherly love. Shiny day. Sun is out. Not too cold. I'm actually pretty warm. But gotta keep the scully on and the jacket, because if not, getting in and out of the car, you get sick. You don't get sick today, you get sick 2 or 3 days later. Anyway, guys, I got a question that was sent to me by email. They were like, hey, Andy, why do I see online and in some munanzos I have witnessed the munanzos having steel and terracotta pots? So the question is, why are they steel pots and I see terracotta pots also? And also he asked, not only do I see them, I also see in some videos that some people have them mixed. They'll have steel and terracotta in the same munanzo. Not that there's just one munanzo is all terracotta, or one munanzo has all just steel pots. You know, a mixture. Well, to answer that question, and the most I guess way that I can, is that I used to be part of a munanzo, a community that the only pots that they had in steel were sarabanda, were centella, and the rest, if I'm not mistaken, were in terracotta pots. I had questions, and some of the answers were that there are treaties that consist of them having them, or they having to be in a terracotta pot, and that's just for some. I also got answers that, since some of them are more spirits that have to do with water, that's why they use them. I'm not saying that's why they use them, but that's answers that I've got. But usually the main answer I've got is because there's certain treaties, especially when it has to do with Shetejayo, that Shetejayo belongs in a terracotta pot. But I have seen, and I have been in a munanzo that has brazo fuerte in a terracotta pot, that has mama chola or mama ngüenge in terracotta pots, madre de agua in a terracotta pot. I have been in a munanzo that had them like that, and the only pot that the only pots that were steel were sarabanda and were centella, were in steel pots. But you're gonna see that there are munanzos that all the impungos, the primary 7, are in steel pots also. And I don't see anything wrong with it. It all depends on the lineage. It depends on the treaties that they have for the reasons why. Some houses will have a Shetejayo in a terracotta pot, but you won't see the terracotta pot. It will be inside a steel pot, and the terracotta pot will be inside the steel cauldron. And sometimes they cover it with dirt or masamamba or something that you can't see it, but it's terracotta. I haven't really sat down and spoken to someone that could really explain to me from their lineage without giving me secrets why does especially Cetejayo belongs in a terracotta pot. I got some answers of some type of treaties, but I would like to find out more in depth why do they put them in terracotta pots. I do not know. The other thing is that a lot of terracotta pots are flat. They sit flat on the ground. They're not held up by any legs. If you look at a cauldron, the usual cauldron that we use, there's a purpose why there's 3 legs on that cauldron. It might seem usual to you, but there's a purpose for those 3 legs in that cauldron. And that goes back even way back to the Bantu people in the Congo. Before Cuba, those 3 legs represent something that I cannot say. Or I could tell you those 3 legs have multiple representation of things, but I can't say. That's something I can't speak about. Other than that, you're gonna find them. You're gonna find some Munansos will paint their pots, whether terracotta or whether steel. Some will paint them. Some will give you the impression that it's something that has to do maybe with ocha. You know, like what I mean. You will see a pot painted in blue, a pot painted in yellow, a pot painted in white. You know, and this, a pot painted in red. You know, almost representing the red of Chango, the blue of Yemaya, the yellow of Oshun, the white of Obatala, and this sort of thing. You know? And also some houses do not hold certain impungos. Remember, these are the primary impungos or inquisis that a lot of ramas have, are 7. But there are more impungos and there are more inquisis. It's just that, I don't know, for some reason they held on to these, or they don't have the tratados in order to conform the other ones and make them, you know, build them, materialize them. Because I know of a house that even has wow, I always forget his name, but he syncretized with the Chosi. Watariamba. Or Watariamba. Some houses even have Watariamba, you know? And when you go to the syncretism of Ocha, you will see that in the Guerreros, they give you a Chosi, the bow and arrow, you know, other than the actual thing that goes in there that I'm not gonna say. But yeah, you will see that. And you know, they don't call them Yemaya, they don't call them Ochun, they don't call them Sarabanda. Some do, some houses do call them that, and some don't. You understand? And some call them by what they are. They just paint them to give them a reference of which part is what, even though every Ngangulero knows, you know, what part is what, you know, but they do them like that. And we cannot judge or speak upon it or say anything, because people have their own tradition. People that practice come down from a lineage, and maybe their padrino did it that way, so they follow the same custom. You understand? And it doesn't mean that they mix it with ocha. Now there are some that do, but most predominantly they don't, even if they colored that way. But other than that, I can't explain anything upon that, because like I said, everybody and their own munanzo have their own reasons why and their own tratados, you know. So we have to respect that from every house, every enzo, every munanzo. That's, you know, the only thing that I could really say. What else? What else did he ask? The colors, the terracotta, the steel, why? Oh, that's it. Nothing else, guys. Just another day making another dollar, making the donuts. You guys have a blessed day. Salam alaikum, alaikum salam. Que Sambi la kutara hoy, mañana y siempre. Today, tomorrow, and always. I ask Sambi, that power there be, to bless you guys. Peace. Thumbs up the video. Algorithm.